What's happening? If you don't know me, I'm introducing myself. I am D. Lansky, producer, manager, artist representative, A&R. I wear a number of hats in this business. I do digital marketing. I do a lot of different things for some of your favorite platforms and work with some of your favorite artists. But it's not about me today, it's about you. I want to give y'all something that's been on my mind, on my spirit to do. This is going to be more or less a one-on-one. I want to be able to give artists some real, true game because I feel like there's a lot of bull out here and there's not a lot of people giving practical advice and giving advice about actually what's going on, how to do it, and how it can apply to them, because a lot of stuff is just general. A lot of stuff is just coming from people, you know what I mean, speaking from a place where I feel like maybe they read a book but they not actually getting crafty. The industry has changed so much in the last 6 months, let alone the last 4 or 5 years. So for anybody to be giving game and they haven't been active with artists in most recent times, and even from an aspect, I don't believe that, I just feel like there's a lot of information that I can offer, and I want to be able to get it to the people regardless of what's going on out here. We're gonna focus on this and what we're building here. So off top, man, one of the things that I found that really helps in today's industry and what works in today's industry is the live show. Ever since COVID, since 2020, things changed forever around the board. Venues closed, Live Nation changed. A lot of different things have happened on a major scale in the industry. Shows were never the same. So getting back to it, once we emerged 2023, 2024, people were more amped to get outside to shows. So now, working with artists, we're doing the groundwork to put on our own tours. We're connecting with promoters. And I get a lot of questions from artists asking, how do I get this done? What does it take for me to get booked as an artist? So if you're an artist wondering, how do you get shows? Well, first off, a promoter is in a position to make money. No promoter wants to go lose out because they're renting the venues, they're paying for alcohol, everything that's going on to put on this experience, they're coming out of pocket. Whether they have buyers, whoever's involved, it may be a team of people, it may be one person, but at the end of the day, they're coming out of pocket. So for an artist, if you want to perform somewhere and you're expecting to get paid for a performance, you're gonna want to be able to have a draw. You're gonna want to be able to bring in people. You're gonna want to be able to sell tickets to this event. A promoter needs to see that if I pay you $1,000, I can at least make $3,000 on this show, or even make my $1,000 back. Some artists aren't even providing that. So if I'm an artist and I'm even trying to figure out, like I said, first step first is finding out, or not even finding out, getting people to know you so that you can build a network, so that you can have people that come out to see you wherever you at. And you got to do this city to city. You know what I'm saying? You start locally and build out the cities around you. Make a map, do a 50-mile radius around your main city and start hitting all of those cities around your main city. You know what I'm saying? Get targeted, get efficient. You know what I mean? Get to a place where you are building a reputation with promoters. You're building a reputation with the people that you're going to put on a great show and that you can make money. So then that's how you're getting the promoters. It's not by luck. You can have a relationship with a promoter. A lot of artists want it like this. They'll see a situation where there's a promoter and they're throwing a big event and they're like, hey, I just want people to hear my music. This is the perfect example. This is the perfect place for people to hear my music. And that's why that can be true. That could be a chance for people to hear your music, but it may not be the best place for you. So a lot of artists will find themselves in a position where they're paying to perform. You know what I'm saying? You're paying to perform for this promoter because they created this system. They brought out these people, and you're gonna pay $500 to open up at a party, basically. You know what I'm saying? That's not, you know what I mean? A lot of artists are chasing what it looks like fame is, what looks like successes, and they're missing out on the real business. You're not making it make sense for you at the end of the day, because as an artist, if you're not understanding that you can go and book your own venues, take a chance on your own self before you ask a promoter for money. See, that's how you set your price. If you, as an artist, go get a venue in a city and then you bring out 150 people, 200 people to see you, and you charge those people $10 a ticket. $10 times 200. Let's do the math on it. It's 2,000. So now you can tell a promoter, hey, I know for sure with me, you can make $2,000. I did this show, I charged people $10 a piece. I made $2,000 at the door off of this show. That's not even counting merch. That's not even counting drinks. That's not even counting food or whatever else concessions I had at the show. Vendors that made money at the show. So now a promoter sees the value in you. So a promoter might come and say, cool, I'm gonna guarantee you this amount of money, and then you can get this if we hit these. There's certain ways you can build out your contracts. I don't want to give y'all too much, but I'm gonna give y'all just enough because I want y'all to just sit and understand this concept. Bots do not buy tickets. You guys are out here buying views, you're buying followers, you're buying likes, you're doing all of the things that make it look like you're having success. And when it's time to have a show, nobody's coming out to the show. And now promoters aren't booking you. And now you're wondering what's happening. Why I'm not getting booked? It's because they know. They figured it out. We saw your numbers, and it's just numbers. You need real impact. You need real people. You need real community. So if I'm an artist, I'm focused on, if I got the money to spend, I'm not going to go pay for a fake like. I'm going to buy promo material. I'm going to go meet with DJs. Meet one DJ who connect you with all the DJs and pay him. Give him that money. Don't give it to somebody that's going to some fake likes and fake views, because at the end of the day, it's not going to get you fans. And be careful on who you give your money to. Let's be clear. But market yourself. Spend that money on promotion. Make yourself bigger. That's the name of the game. And then in turn, after you're making yourself bigger, you're building a community, you're getting your name out there, you go out and you put on a show. And you rinse and repeat. You keep doing this. If they're not booking you for shows, book your own shows. I'm giving y'all the game. Call these venues. And here's the thing. Let me put a disclaimer on here. This isn't for everybody. Some of you are going to see this and you're very smart and you understand what I'm saying. But know this and understand this. If you call these venues and you're wasting their time, they're not going to deal with you. A lot of these venues aren't going to pick up the phone. I'm not even going to speak on it, but there's a lot of venues you're not going to be able to access unless you have access. And we could talk about that in another video. But for this video, understand that it's not easy. It's going to be a grind. It's going to be worth it at the end. You have to put yourself in a position to win regardless of who's handing out this or that. You don't fall to the mercy of a promoter. You don't fall to the mercy of a booking agent. If you know that you have a fan base, if you know that you have people supporting you, I don't care if it's 10 people, 15 people, 20 people, 30 people. Keep building. You can start throwing free shows at the park and then build your audience until you get in the comedy club, and from the comedy club to the next venue, and build it up. Don't be afraid. Expecting a vanity metric like Spotify listeners or YouTube views to dictate whether or not you're successful, you're playing the game backwards. You understand? There are tactics that you can use to influence people and have people believing one thing or another. But at the end of the day, you gotta back it up. So for all the artists that play with their numbers, rock out. Because obviously the industry, it has worked for a lot of people. And a lot of people still keep doing it and will keep doing it, and it won't go anywhere. That's not gonna stop. But for the artists that's on the come up, the independent artists that's betting they all on themselves, that game is not for you. And it's set up for you to lose. So if you play into it, good luck. Not saying that you won't. I pray you all the success. I'm gonna give you the game from what I know for sure that works. You can go out here, you can set up your own shows, you can make money off touring, you can make money off merch, and we're gonna get into all of that. I wanna give all y'all the game. Matter of fact, let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do a full breakdown on the merch later and how you can really capitalize on merch. But as an artist, you should be having or creating all types of ancillary income for yourself, whether it's t-shirts, whether you're getting your own hats, whether you're getting your own accessories, whether it's making posters, whether it's having product, whether it's, look at a company like Cause, you know what I'm saying? This is Cause. And they didn't stop just at one product. They took a brand and they applied products around that brand. You know what I'm saying? So you as an artist, you have to think just like them. You have to think like a McDonald's. You have to be vertically integrated. You gotta have fries, ice cream, hamburgers. You gotta have chicken nuggets, chicken sandwiches. You gotta have chicken tenders. You wanna be able to serve all of these different products up for your base as you build it, because you want the music to be a support agent to these products. When you do these shows, this is another stream of revenue for you. This is another way to keep putting exposure, keep building community. When your fans have a hat with your name on it, or a hat with your brand on it, or a shirt with your name, your face, your brand on it, that's only gonna further the message more without you even speaking. It's the same thing with advertising, but it's now you're making money. And so when I get into the merch, and I'm gonna get into this in one of our next videos, I don't know when I'm gonna drop it. I'm just shooting from the hip with these. But I create merch packets for artists that are about them and true to them. So if we're gonna put out a t-shirt, let's sit down and have a conversation. Let's put a story. Let's put a real plan together around this. Not just let's slap your name on a shirt. That's not the way to do merch. A lot of people slap names on shirts and slap names on hats, and granted, that's a product that you can have. Even if you watch Fear of God, you can see how they have Fear of God on sweaters, but then they have team related ones for the Braves or for the Knicks or whoever the team is. They have different designs for them and different ways to do it. But you have to have a message. You have to have a story. Is it playing for a reason? Is that your personality? Make it true to you, and then your fans will buy in it. You know what I mean? I put a lot of thought, you know what I mean, a lot of energy into building systems around independent artists. And one thing that I've noticed is that's absolute. Music makes money. I'm a big believer in that. I'm a pusher in that. I support all of the advances in music because I know how hard it is to sell a physical product, sell a CD or sell a tape or even sell an album. So streaming, I believe, is one of the best things to happen in music. I believe streaming is one of the best things that happen in music. So I'm always championing, put out the music, make great music, keep dropping it. However, from my personal experience, if you are an independent artist, if you're an unsigned artist, the best shot that you have to make real money in this industry without signing to a big company is creating products, and you're gonna have longevity. Like Chance with the 3 hat, longevity, that's last 10 plus years. You know what I'm saying? There's so many examples of where product wins. Look at classic brands like Wu-Tang. DJ Screw just did a collab with Supreme more recently. His estate just did a collab with Supreme, and they're dropping hats with the Astros and doing all of these things. It'll never ever stop. So I really want artists to grab this concept. We drop our music, we go on tour, and we sell the products on tour. We rinse and repeat. Any independent artist can make a living for themselves if they drop the music, go on tour, and bring product with them when they on tour. Keep doing it over and over. I don't care if you got a single, an album. Go do a tour for the single off the album. Go do a tour for the album. Go do a tour for the next album coming up, the pre-tour for the album coming up. Being on the road is going to bring you some of the most value for your career. A lot of people are going to steer you wrong. They're going to tell you, hey, just run ads and do this and that and the third. It's good to run ads, spending, and you can start minimum $10, $5, $20 a day, whatever you want to spend on an ad. You can spend that. You have to get outside and get in front of the people. I'm not telling you to go down to the radio. Some people are going to tell you, hey, you need to connect with the program directors. You need to connect with the DJs. You do need to do that. However, you also need to make money. And if you want to make money, you're going to need the people. So if you want to connect with the people, you need to get outside. Have something for the people when you get outside. Product and experience. You know what I mean? Give them something that they'll never forget. And then you go and tell the DJs what you just did with the people outside, because the DJs are catering to the people outside. Then you go tell the radio what you did with the people outside, because the radio is catering to the people outside. Whether we like it or not, we can say they play the same stuff all day. That's another conversation. But they playing the music for the people. So if the people not listening to it, guess what they're going to do? They're going to change what they're playing. So if you want to be on the radio, you need to get the people behind you. It's simple math, y'all. But y'all make it so hard. Look, it's been great. D. Lansky, producer, manager. Look, I ain't gonna keep introducing myself, but I appreciate y'all tapping in. Subscribe to YouTube. We're gonna keep coming with the content. TikTok, Kick. Wherever you catch me at, it's up, it's lit, man. Follow me on Instagram at D. Lansky. You know what I mean? This is my first video. Y'all be cool with me, be kind with me. I'm gonna keep dropping y'all this content. And hey, if you an artist that learned something from this video, share it with another artist, manager, songwriter, producer that's on the come up. If you the next great, hey, I'm rooting for you. You know what I'm saying? Just tag me, hit me, and let me know you saw one of my videos, and you know what I mean? I helped you out, and that'll be enough for me. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know what I mean, cut your boy a little commission. We love commission! Hey man, it's been real. D. Lansky.